season. New show, new folks, new reasons. New level, so you know we going up. South with the old, so you know we cleaning. We gleaning, brand new story. Got a podcast, come talk with Tori. Got you fiending, new stories. New podcast, come and talk with Tori.
Hey y'all, season 3, check it out y'all, you don't want to miss it. I have some exciting things for you. Hey y'all, what's up? Sorry, I took an unexpected break, but I'm back. And so I don't know about y'all, but I'm happy about springing forward. So this past Sunday, we turned our clock, back up an hour. We sprang forward, and I'm just so much more energized with this extra hour. Um, I'm getting a few extra things accomplished. I'm able to record this podcast episode because of this extra hour of daylight that I had today. So I'm very excited. But how y'all feeling? How y'all feel about this time change? You like it? You don't like it? What's up? What's going on? So, like I said, I absolutely love this time of year. Mainly because it means that spring is here, y'all. Not near, but it is here. Spring is here. And being from Louisiana, New Orleans particularly, the springtime is everything for us. It is the beginning of festival season, although we do have festivals year round, but the best festivals, in my opinion, are in the spring. So it's the beginning of festival season. It's crawfish season, and you know I like my crawfish. And just all of the fun happens in the spring for me. Now, the allergies, maybe not so much, because I know my niece and my sister, they suffer with it bad, them allergies around this time of year. And I do too, to be honest. But I love the springtime. The weather is just perfect in New Orleans. Yeah, I like the springtime. The summer is just too hot. In the winter, it's not cold enough, not for me. So spring is where it's at for me. I like the springtime. And also I like the springtime because just like in the beginning of the year and at the end of the year, the springtime is it's a time of reflection for me. And last episode, 2 weeks ago, we talked about the Lenten season, and um, Lent is during springtime usually, and this year it does actually fall in the spring. And so during the spring or in the spring season and Lenten season, everything like that, since I'm reflecting more on my relationship with God and giving up some things, it's a time of reflection for me. And so in this time of reflection in the springtime, I I'm a little more clearer about whatever goals I may have set at the beginning of the year. And so because a couple of months have passed and I can see whether I'm on track or not with those goals that I've set in the beginning of the year. And so I like the springtime because it allows me to, just check up on myself and see if I'm heading in the right direction. And it also gives me time to adjust if I need to adjust anything. And I know like this year in particular, on the last episode, I told you all that I don't think I was going to give up anything, but that I wanted to focus my relationship with God more. And of course, that's what we strive to do every day. But this year, or this Lenten season, that's my main focus, my main goal. And so I think so far I'm doing pretty good. I do find myself waking up in the wee hours of the night. I'm waking up real crazy hours, and so during that moment, I'm praying and talking to God, and I can hear Him clearly because I don't have any distractions. Absolutely no distractions at 2:30 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, even 4:30 in the morning. Um, so I think, by me voicing that to God and telling Him of my desires, He is allowing me to, you know, be clear from any distractions to communicate with Him. And so I'm grateful for that in this Lenten season, in the spring season. Um, and so, yeah, so, and, I, and another thing, I remember just going back to just um, going back to just being in a Lenten season and, saying, telling God what you want and what you don't want and things like that. And I remember I always said I want to be a more positive thinking person, a more positive speaking person. And while it's easy to say that, it can be difficult to actually act like that. Um, and so I'm very intentional this right now in this moment of my life, not just in this Lenten season, but just this moment in my life, period. I'm very intentional about being more positive and not being negative. When I hear negative thoughts, I I don't cringe so much, but I kind of run away because I don't even want to be around when other people have negative thoughts. I don't even want to tell them not to be negative. I just take myself out of the situation, out of the conversation. Um, and I think that's helped me because a lot of times, I would just listen to them and then it would kind of rub off on me. But I just distance myself completely. And I remember back in high school, I had a friend, and no matter what, like if I complained or if somebody else complained, she would always say it could always be worse. And she's right. It could always be worse, but don't focus on the worst. Focus on what's going on and focus on what God can do to make it better, 10 times better, 100 times better. Be more positive. And that's part of springing forward, like leave those things in the past behind you, push forward, move move towards your next goal. Um, yeah, like we we've been negative all our lives. It's time to change it up. Be positive. Think positive. Do positive things. Um, expect the best in everything because that's what God wants for us. That's what God has for us. So, and really, He may be waiting for us to be positive, instead of being negative Nancy's. So, yeah, be positive Paulas. Positive Paulas. Um, so, yeah, in this moment, I truly find myself focusing on my friendships and relationships with others. I truly want to be the best version of myself that I can give to others. Not just today, not just tomorrow, but for the rest of my life that I'm here on earth. I just want to have a positive influence on people. I want to be the positive person that people can always depend on, people can always count on. Like I want to be that person. And not saying that I'm not, but I want to be known for that. I want to be remembered for that. When my time is over on this earth, I want to be remembered as, Tori was always so positive, because being nice, that's good. But I think being positive would have a more lasting impression on people. And that's what I want people to remember about me. And so I'm gonna change it up a little bit, but not much. And so I asked my friends on social media, you know, um, what they were gonna do with their extra hour, quote unquote extra hour, because it's really not an extra hour, um, but it's an extra hour of daylight. And I guess it's an extra hour if you're up at normal time periods. Um, so one of the responses that I received was sleep. I don't know, y'all. I'm not trying to sleep. I'm trying to do everything that I can while I can. Um, I've never really been a sleeper per se, but I have an extra hour of daylight. Why do I want to sleep that daylight away? I want to do whatever I can in the daylight because I'm scary. I don't want to do nothing at nighttime. I wouldn't even go to the gym if it's dark outside. So, yeah, extra hour of daylight. I don't want to sleep, but I get it. I get it. I'll let y'all have it, but not me. And then another response I got was train more. I think the individual who sent that, they're a baseball trainer or some sort. So that's a good thing to do. You have an extra hour of daylight, so you can go out into the field and train, whether it's yourself or teammates or some other athletes. So that's a good response. And then I have exercise. One of my friends, or a few of my friends rather, they said they wanted to exercise now that they had this extra hour of daylight. And that's good as well. So, like I said, I'm not going to the gym in the dark, so that's pretty good. Um, so, yeah, so hopefully, you all can do something more positive with your extra hour of daylight. And hopefully, we spring forward into new beginnings, new goals, and maybe not new, but progressing with our current goals and our current things that we want to do in our lives. So let me know below what else you're going to do with your extra hour. And yeah, bye.